Hello, welcome to the Reading Science Information Session. My name is Dr. Amy Murdoch. I'm excited to share with you some of the details of our Reading Science Doctoral program. In this video, I will discuss who is eligible for the program information such as program quality, the purpose of our program, our faculty, and then components and format of the program. I'll talk about the application process, including general application requirements, and specifically about the prerequisites that we require for the doctoral program. We'll discuss costs, and then I'll end with some common questions that interested doctoral applicants often have asked. To be eligible for the doctoral program, you do have to have completed both your undergraduate and master's degree. The master's degree must be in an education program or a related field, such as speech-language pathology or school psychology. We are able to accept students from across the United States, and we do have a number of students from a variety of states. We also can include citizens from Canada as well as the United States. At this time, we are not able to accept other international students. We do hope that this will change, but as of right now, we are only able to accept citizens from the United States and Canada. The mission of the Reading Science program at Mount St. Joseph University is to prepare educational leaders in the science of reading to affect social justice through impacting educational systems and enabling these systems to provide effective research-based literacy instruction for all. The EDD in Reading Science at Mount St. Joseph will prepare practicing educators to be informed and effective leaders in their districts and organizations. We aim to prepare the next generation of education professors and literacy leaders. We want them to utilize and teach others the practices that have been identified as most advantageous through scientifically based reading research. The vision of effective instruction for all supports our mission to transform educational systems so that no child is deprived of the effective instruction that leads to the empowerment that literacy affords. Our program would be unique in the field as it would focus on the science of reading and be done mainly online, low residency, and would be designed for the working professional. In creating this program, we did a lot of research on doctoral programs in reading. We held focus groups of potential students and reading experts and consulted a long list of reading science experts who were kind enough to give us input. Our program was fully accredited in July of 2021. Our doctoral program is new, but it is building off of a successful graduate program in reading science. Our graduate reading science program was one of the first programs to be accredited by the International Dyslexia Association, and we continued our accreditation in 2019 to be reaccredited by IDA and include a pathway in the graduate program to series certification. Our School of Education across the board is dedicated to preparing teachers in the science of reading. We have other reading faculty members serving undergraduate, and all teach the science of reading. 3 full-time faculty and 1 part-time faculty is dedicated to the Reading Science doctoral and graduate programs. We have plans to add new faculty as well. Other faculty members at Mount St. Joseph will also work with the doctoral students. For example, Dr. Wendy Strickler, who is in charge of our Teacher Leader program, will teach one of our leadership courses in the doctoral program. She also has a great depth of knowledge in reading science. The 4 Reading Science doctoral program faculty will teach the majority of courses and will be faculty advisors in the program. The 4 faculty members include myself, Dr. Amy Murdoch. I have my doctorate in school psychology with a focus on early reading development and reading disabilities. And my current research is around multi-tiered systems of support, preschool early literacy, and early identification and support of children with dyslexia. Dr. Elizabeth Corbo got her doctorate in literacy and was a literacy specialist in a large urban district for a number of years. Her current research interests include linguistics and vocabulary, and the science of reading in higher education, as well as early writing development. Dr. Jennifer Keeler has her doctorate in speech-language pathology and was a speech-language pathologist. Her research interests include the role of language proficiency and executive function in reading difficulties, and the use of assistive technology for language and reading concerns. And finally, Dr. Stephanie Staller has her doctorate in school psychology, and she has a large interest in multi-tiered systems of support for her research, as well as the science of reading in higher education. The learning objectives for the doctoral program are listed on this slide. I just want to highlight a couple things. In our doctoral program, we want to focus on preparing doctoral students who can both critically understand and use research, as well as conduct research, but then also understand how to help teachers implement research-based practices in their classrooms. So we're looking for a deep knowledge in both the research of reading, but then also the application of that research in classrooms. We also are hoping that our graduates will go on to teach in higher education, and we want to help to prepare them to be dynamic and effective college-level teachers. A new doctoral cohort will start each May. If you need the prerequisites, it will add a year to the program. The doctoral program itself is 3 years, and then if you need all of our prerequisites, that would add an additional year. So the doctoral program is 60 credit hours. If you need the prerequisites in addition, that would be a 75 credit hour program. Let's put aside the need for prerequisites for a minute and look just at the doctoral program course schedule and time frame. The doctoral program is a 3-year program, including summers. So you would start in the summer, and then you would end with your dissertation defense 3 summers later. Our summers include a summer institute, and then also online courses. The Summer Institute will be done in late June each summer, and it will consist of on-campus meetings for 1 to 2 weeks. During the school year, courses are fully online. Students will take 2 courses during the school year, but 1 at a time. So we take our 16-week semester and we cut it in half, and you take 1 course for 7 weeks, and then you get a little break and you take a second course for 7 weeks. During the summer, you will take 3 courses. The doctoral coursework can be thought about as falling into 3 domains of study and 4 strands across those domains. The 3 domains consist of leadership and systems change, language, reading and writing, and finally research and statistics. And then the 4 strands that run across the domains are foundations, research, evidence-based teaching and supervision, and then finally assessment and intervention for all students. So below I have outlined the 4 different strands, and you can also see the 3 domains: leadership and systems change, research and statistics, language, reading and writing. You can find a copy of this course plan on our website to take a closer look. You can also see our course descriptions on our website. Each summer in your doctoral program, you will attend a summer institute. This is a chance for all cohorts in the doctoral program at the time to come together. In the Summer Institute, there will be some activities that are specific to your cohort, and you will have a chance to meet with your summer courses that your cohort is taking. And then there will also be opportunities to have cross-cohort discussions and meetings. At the Summer Institute, each year we'll invite different keynote speakers to come and talk with our students and also to meet with them. You'll also get a chance to attend presentations by faculty members as well as other colleagues within the doctoral program. This is also a chance for us all to get to know each other better. So there'll be some fun social events that you can participate in to get to know your colleagues in the program as well as faculty. On this slide, I've included a sample Summer Institute plan to give you a little sense of what the days might look like during the Summer Institute. All students will complete a dissertation and will defend their dissertation at an oral defense that will be scheduled in the Summer Institute after their 3rd year, so the 4th Summer Institute that they attend. Each student will form a committee to guide and evaluate their dissertation work. We begin formally working on dissertation topics at the start of the second year, or that second summer institute. Our Research and Statistics series will purposefully build the research skills needed to successfully design and implement the dissertation. Our dissertations will focus on school-based research and will lead people through choosing a research design that works best for school-based research, so a focus on behavioral research methods and program evaluation. We have a number of key final completion requirements. The first is passage of the K-Perry test. This is the revised version of the K-Perry test. It's required actually at the start of the program after the prerequisites are complete. Dissertation and oral defense of dissertation, as I noted, will be done in the final summer, the fourth summer institute. We also have a program portfolio that's required. The portfolio is built across the program where key assignments are added during coursework. So it's a formative assessment along the way, and then a final portfolio is completed that includes revised and polished key assessments or key assignments, cumulative essays for each section, and an introductory section outlining the student's model of practice connected to the science of reading. Our current costs for the doctoral program for the 2021-2022 school year are listed on this slide. Currently, we have a $725 per credit hour cost. All courses are 3 credit hours. Students take 9 credit hours during the summer sessions and 6 during the fall and spring sessions of the school year. Financial aid is available. Additional costs include the application fee to apply, books for each course. There is a course fee for a couple courses that have not yet been specified, but these fees will cover supervision needs in these courses. And then there is also a graduate student fee. I am now going to discuss the application process. The application requirements include a completed graduate application, the application fee of $50, official transcripts certifying coursework from each college and university that you have previously attended, and then we do require a minimum GPA of 3.5 in coursework related to a master's degree. A master's degree is required. An essay outlining how the science of reading has influenced your model of practice and why you are seeking the EDD in reading science. And this should be around 500 to 700 words. This essay serves as a writing sample and also understanding how you are a good match with our program. Additionally, we required a professional resume showing at least 3 years of documented professional experience, and we would like 3 names with contact information for professional references. You will also indicate which of the 3 professional references will serve as the person who will fill out a confidential recommendation form that's sent by the university. Finally, you will submit a prerequisite form. We have 5 prerequisite courses for the EDD program. These are the 5 core reading courses in our graduate program. Applicants will demonstrate the prerequisites they have by completing the form that we have on our website. You can find the form under Forms and Information and just click on the prerequisite form. This does need to be submitted with every application. This form will ask you to document how you satisfy each of the prerequisite courses. It will be reviewed as part of the admissions process. Additional information may be requested. Look carefully at the course description and the objectives. We ask that you provide supporting documents aligned to the course or courses you want us to review. Please do not give us a bunch of material for us to review without alignment to a course. Things that you can use to show you have the prerequisites include completion of our reading science program or another IDA accredited program that has similar coursework. This, of course, is the easiest. If you did do coursework at another institution that is not IDA accredited, we do need to make sure that the coursework you received is in the science of reading. So it's not simply that you had a graduate phonics class at another institution. We would need to see the syllabus to understand that that truly was covering the same content that we cover in a science of reading program. Orton-Gillingham training or other structured literacy training that included a practicum from accredited training provider We have also accepted intensive professional learning training with coaching and documentation of mastery. For example, in our current cohort, we have a few people who met the requirements for the prerequisites by attending letters training to become a facilitator of letters or a national trainer of letters. So it wasn't simply going through the letters training, which is wonderful professional learning, but it was a more intensive experience and training within a professional development that was connected to the science of reading. Our intent with requiring these 5 prerequisite courses is to make sure all beginning doctoral students have the same foundational knowledge in the science of reading. This program picks up where our graduate program left off. We want to make sure everybody in the program can be successful, and the prerequisites are one part of this. So you can be accepted into the doctoral program with needing prerequisites or not needing prerequisites. If you only need 1 or 2, you'll be given the option to take those in the spring semester before the May start of the program. If you need all 5 prerequisites, you will be asked to take those across the year and start the doctoral program in the following May. If you know you need the prerequisites and you want to take them prior to applying, you can apply for our Reading Science Certificate. This does not guarantee admission in the doctoral program, but does strengthen your application. The admissions window for the doctoral program will open July 1st. Deadlines for the first round of admissions will be November 1st, so you'll have between July 1st and November 1st to get your applications in. Interviews will be scheduled November through early December, and we'll have decisions by December 15th. If we do not fill the cohort in the first round, a second admission round will open. This will only be done if there's spaces still available that were not filled in the first round. If you are interested in beginning, I highly recommend getting your application in by November 1st or earlier. It is also important to note that the November 1st deadline is for completed applications. That means all components of the application are submitted. Incomplete or late applicants will not be considered after the November 1st deadline. Now I want to go over some frequently asked questions. The first question I get a lot is, how competitive is this doctoral program? We are new and we've only accepted 1 cohort thus far, so I can give you information just on that first cohort. In our first cohort, we had approximately 100 applications. Of those applications, all but 5 were qualified based on our outlined criteria for admissions. We interviewed 40 applicants and accepted 20 students for the doctoral program in the first cohort. The next question is, would you recommend starting the master's degree program to get ready for the doctoral program, or is it better to apply straight into the doctoral program? That really depends on your background. Again, this program is a science of reading doctoral program, assuming deep knowledge in the science of reading. So if you're someone who is newer to the science of reading and hasn't had a lot of work yet in the science of reading, then yes, I would encourage you to look at one of our graduate programs, whether it be the master's degree, the Reading Science Certificate, or the Dyslexia Certificate. You do not have to have our master's degree in order to get into the doctoral program, but you do need to have depth of knowledge in the science of reading. The next question has to do with, can I take courses a la carte, or will I need to be in a lockstep cohort sequence? Our doctoral program is a cohort-based program, and you do have to follow the sequence. Our doctoral courses are not available for people not in the program, so you cannot take courses a la carte. The next question has to do with our Summer Institute in terms of timing and housing options. So the timing of the Summer Institute is going to be in late June, and we may end up pushing this back if we realize that's needed based on school schedules. In terms of housing, we are going to provide on-campus housing during the summer, and also options for hotels or other places that you might be able to stay. Housing is the responsibility of the students and is not part of the tuition, but we will help you find options that will work nicely for you. The next question has to do with the master's degree that people have entering our program. It needs to be in education or a related field. We have a lot of people who have master's degrees in elementary education, special education, speech-language pathology, as well as school psychology or other related fields. The next question is, how much time per week will I need to devote to doctoral work? This is a great question and is always a little tricky to answer, but we estimate around 20 to 25 hours is needed to dedicate to your doctoral studies. We do want to make this program doable for the working professional, but it is busy and it is a commitment for sure in terms of time. The other thing to note is that our summer is heavier than the school year. During the summer, you will take 3 doctoral courses, and during the school year, each semester you would take 2 courses, one at a time, fall and in spring. I hope this information session was helpful in terms of understanding our doctoral program and answering some questions you may have had about the program. If you have additional questions, please feel free to reach out to me, Dr. Amy Murdoch, with any program questions. And if you have questions about the admissions process, please reach out to our graduate admissions office.